All right, we'll call this meeting, there we are. We'll call this meeting to order. It's 4 PM on Thursday, November 14th, 2024. We're here in the City Hall Council Chambers, and we're ready to start our library board meeting. The first thing we need to do is approve the agenda. We've all gotten that agenda by email in advance, and we have it in front of us. Can I have a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion about the agenda? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. And now let's look to approve the minutes from the October 10th, 2024 Library Board meeting. We've had those in advance. Can I have a motion to approve the minutes?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor of approving the minutes signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. All right, we've got agenda and minutes, and now on to the financial report for October of 2024.
We are 84.97% through 2024, and our budget is approximately 85.66% expended. Bills that were paid during October included $589 to Amazon for Memory Lab equipment, which came from the Mellon Foundation funds, $210 to the American Library Association for annual ALA and Public Library Association memberships for me, $115 to Hy-Vee for programming refreshments, $395 to Metro Sales for our 2 copier contracts, $46 to Plunkett's for pest control. That's a normal quarterly visit for them. $1,853 to Precision Alarm for panic button replacement and the annual fire alarm testing. You had approved the panic button replacement at a previous meeting. $667 to the Kaler Grand Hotel in Rochester for the Minnesota Library Association Conference lodging for our youth services and reference librarians. And that was covered by Traverse de Sioux Regional Library honorariums. They each received a $600 honorarium to cover some of the expenses for their conference attendance.
Okay. Anyone have any comments about the financial report or any questions of our director?
I would also just note that, as I've noted in past months, our budget is approximately actually 80.5% spent when you look at the furniture purchases and security cameras that are coming from our fund balance, and also the library technology equipment grant line is coming from the Mellon Foundation grant. So we're actually about 80.5%
Okay, good.
spent.
Anyone else have any comments or questions about the financial report? Well, hearing none, we'll move on to the department activities report and the various statistics.
Library aides Carol Peary. Yep. Library aides Carol Peary and Tristan Jenkins have resigned from their positions at the library. We wish them well. Those positions have been posted, and the posting closes on November 18th. As of, I think, over a week ago, we had 18 applications already, so that's good to hear. Our security camera installation was completed on November 5th. The city's IT director is working with the vendor to complete final configurations to the cameras. We are discontinuing materials delivery to New Ulm Middle School, as well as discontinuing issuing student cards to the middle school 5th grade students as of December 20th, 24. We have been looking at the statistics and that process and the other outreach requests and visits that we would like to make throughout the community. And we're just refocusing our school outreach on making connections with students through classroom visits and resource instruction so that we can offer consistent outreach service to all of the schools in the area. We just cannot scale the delivery and the cards. We're also working on our circulation policy to make it easier for those under 18 to obtain library cards, which would supersede some of the need to issue student cards in the future. We notified the media center staff and administrators at the middle school about that. As I mentioned previously, the reference and youth services librarians were able to attend the Minnesota Library Association Conference in Rochester on October 24th and 25th. They are excited to bring back some of the information they learned there, and they attended some things on children's programming and collections, and it's just a great opportunity for them to interact with other librarians throughout the state and just learn from what other people are doing in their libraries and make some connections that way. And then the Brown County Library Board will meet Monday, November 18th at 7 p.m. at the New Ulm Public Library. The November meeting is more of a housekeeping meeting typically, where we talk about a recap of the requests that we made to the county commissioners in June, as well as receive our second disbursement for those county funds for the year. And then as far as stats go, I just want to note two things. Our total weeded items has gone up in October over recent months. While we focus on updating our nonfiction collections, a big part of that is weeding out-of-date materials so that we have the space for those new purchases with those TDS nonfiction grant funds. So librarians, we did a total of 751 items for October. And then I just wanted to note that Monday morning story time is consistently our best attended program. We typically have been seeing anywhere between 25 to 45 attendees. So that's a lot of people in our children's room, but it's a lot of fun, and there's a lot of energy as the kids and their parents come in and out of the library. So those are good mornings.
Okay. Any comments or questions with regard to the activities and statistics for October 2024? Hearing none, let's move on to the fabulous things that are coming up in November. Programming calendar.
All right, so on Monday, November 18th at 6:30 p.m., we have an author visit with forensic psychologist Frank Weber. He's visited us before, and it always gives a really nice presentation. His latest book, Scandal of Vandals, is based on true crime in Minnesota that was once touted as the crime of the century. So if you're interested in hearing more about that, please join us. We have another author visit with Nancy Noyes Silcox on Saturday, November 23rd at 10:30 a.m. Her latest book, which is a children's book, is called A Place Called Home at 10, and that'll be in our library's meeting room. The historical fiction book follows Caroline Beck and her family as they travel from Cincinnati, Ohio by steamboat to New Ulm in 1857.
Mm-hmm. And that's a children's book.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I just wanted to note that the library will close early at 5 p.m. on Wednesday, November 27th, and be closed on Thursday, the 28th, and Friday, the 29th for Thanksgiving. And then we are open our regular hours from 9:30 to 5 on Saturday, November 30th.
Okay. Any questions or comments, or anyone want to lift anything up about the November programming?
Yes, I have heard Mr. Weber present, and he is quite entertaining. If you have never heard him and are available that evening, I would encourage you to think about going.
Good. And that's Monday. That's this coming Monday.
Yes.
Right.
Yep.
Right. And that's up in where? Up in
That
Fred
will be
Johnson?
at the meeting room.
Oh, in the basement meeting room.
Yep. So
Okay.
if you can choose between the Brown County Library Board meeting upstairs or Frank Weber in the meeting room.
Okay. Got it. Thank you, Carl.
I just want to say I picked up a few books at the book sale, so thank you for that this past weekend.
Great.
Yes, the Friends of the Library had their annual
Yes.
book sale.
Right. Good. Never have too many books.
Don't tell my
All
dad.
right. All right. If without objection, we'll move on to our resolutions. We've got a couple here. The first resolution is resolution number 2024-35, approving disposal of surplus items. During 2023 and 2024, the library replaced equipment in the memory lab and at several staff workstations. This included upgrading some stations to 2 monitors. The old equipment is outdated and or incompatible with the library's current technology. The library director recommends that these items be designated surplus and recycled through the city's technology recycling program. Apple Mac Mini A1347, Dell Optiplex 7010PC, Lenovo ThinkCenter M75S, ST Imaging View Scan, Roman numeral 2, microfilm scanner, and Dell LCD monitors, and there's 3 of those. Any questions or comments about declaring these items as surplus? Always nice to have new stuff, but the old stuff's got to go, right? All right. Okay. If there's any, well, I'll take a motion to approve this resolution.
So moved.
Second?
I'll second.
All right. Any discussion? Hearing none, Secretary, can you call the roll?
Sarah,
Yes.
Dustin, yes. Vince, yes. Ruth Ann,
Yes.
Yvonne,
Yes.
Lynn,
Yes.
Hope,
Yes.
Carl.
Yes.
Okay, resolution passes. Now, this next resolution is number 2024-35, approving the meeting room use policy. And this is the first reading, so we'll just be reading through it. The library director recommends that the library board adopt the attached draft meeting room use policy with an effective date of January 1st, 2025. The existing policy was last updated in 2020, and the library director has rewritten the policy to be current with the 2025 fee schedule as approved at the library board's October 10th, 2024 meeting. The 2025 fee schedule eliminates rental fees for the library's meeting room, and the draft policy reflects this change. The draft policy also sets limits on the types and numbers of meetings that can be held in the meeting room. This change is intended to ensure that the meeting room is used for purposes relevant to the library's mission and is available to a wide variety of patrons and groups. Both the existing and draft meeting room use policies are attached, and the city attorney has reviewed both policies and the suggested changes to languages throughout, which the library director has incorporated into the draft policy. So the city attorney has reviewed this.
Yes.
Okay, good. All right. And we've got which one is first here?
Draft.
The draft, okay.
I
Go
would
ahead.
recommend that we just waive reading through there,
Yes,
pages of
yes,
it.
yes,
and
yes,
then
thank you.
just reiterate to the board to read through it before
Mm-hmm.
the next meeting when we'll vote on it.
I do see one change of one word, I believe, on the second page. The meeting room may not be used for, in the top bullet point there, programs or sales conducted by nonprofit groups of which the proceeds or a percent thereof will go to the direct benefit to city-owned entities. Should that be direct benefit of city-owned entities?
Oh, the English major.
I'll update that. Thank you.
Thank you.
I just wanted to note too, for this resolution, after the library board approves the fee schedule, it also goes to city council for approval. And they had their first reading at their meeting this month, their last meeting this month, and they didn't have any questions about the library.
Okay,
fees.
good, good. Thank you. Thank you for that. All right. I'm just scrolling through here, on the old one. All right. And this is another, our next resolution is also a first reading. And this is resolution number 2024-37, retiring equipment use policy. The library director recommends that the library board retire the attached equipment use policy effective January 1st, 2025. The library board approved the 2025 fee schedule at its October 10th, 2024 meeting, and the 2025 fee schedule eliminates rental fees for equipment. If the rental use policy is retired, then equipment will be governed by the Library of Things policy and circulated as things starting January 1st, 2025. Outdated equipment will be weeded in accordance to the library's collection development policy. Okay. And again, we've got the draft here.
And this one isn't the draft, it's a current policy.
Oh, this is okay, this is the current policy, we're just going to be retiring it. All right, well, there you go. Thank you. Anyone want to make any comments about retiring the policy? That's a thick one. So, gosh, since we don't have to vote on these, I think we've reached the end of our agenda. I'm trying to get back to the
One quick question,
Yes.
Madam Chair, that is, when you suggest that this is a retirement of the policy, are you required to give notice to the public that the policy's been retired? Or you just eliminate it out of your policy manual?
Double check on that, Carl. And I don't know if the board meeting serves as a
I was going to
notice.
say, seems like this would be the public notice. Within the
Yeah.
library itself, maybe, what you're meaning?
I will check on that and act on it as needed
Okay.
this month. And I can bring your answer to the next meeting.
Okay, thank you, April. All right.
Watch the
Okay.
meeting. They'd have to know.
Any other business to come before this board? Any other business? Any other business? All right, well, meeting adjourned, see you in November. I mean, see you in December.